My name is Olushola Oyewole. The Abia State House of Assembly says it has passed 37 bills so far in 2 years of its existence. The Appropriation Law of 2023, Greater Aba Development Authority Law 2024, and the Abia State Pensions Reform Law of 2024. Others were the Abia State Security Trust Fund Law 2024, the Abia State Electricity Law 2025, the Abia attacks on military operating bases in parts of Kaduna and Niger states. The attacks occurred in the Kwana Dutse, Meriga, and Boka areas of Niger State, as well as Ongwan Ture in Chikun local government area of Kaduna State. The bandits launched a simultaneous three-pronged assault on the forward operating bases in the affected areas. In response, troops from both land and air components engaged the attackers in counter-offensives, resulting in the deaths of several bandits. However, the army confirmed that some of its personnel also paid the supreme price during the confrontations. Confirming the incident, the Nigerian army also disclosed that 4 soldiers sustained gunshot wounds and were currently receiving treatment. In the meantime, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has expressed Nigeria's willingness to deepen bilateral ties with Denmark in key areas such as livestock development, agribusiness, education, and humanitarian aid. The president made the remark at the presidential villa Abuja during an official visit by Queen Mary Elizabeth II of Denmark. The Queen's visit, her first to Nigeria, was made in her capacity as patron of the United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA. And still on President Tinubu, the National Youth Service Corps, NYC, has denied extending the service year of a Lagos corper, Rita Ugwamaye, also known as Ray, for criticizing the administration of President Bola Tinubu. It will be recalled that Ray became an internet sensation following her public criticism of the present administration, which she described as worsening economic conditions. Ugwamaye had, in a viral video shared on her TikTok account, expressed frustration over Nigeria's worsening economic conditions, lamenting the high inflation and economic hardship. Ugwamaye had also criticized the president by describing him as a terrible leader while questioning the government's efforts to alleviate the hardship faced by the citizenry. After the video had gone viral, Ugwamaye posted another video on her TikTok to alert the public that she was allegedly being threatened by the NYC authorities, a claim which was not commented upon by the authority. She claimed that some officials of the NYC were asking her to delete the video, while she insisted that she had only spoken the truth about the country's situation. The Adamawa state government has formally revoked the prestigious traditional title of Waziri Adamawa, previously held by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, citing a new indigenship policy affecting Emirate Council leadership. The decision, which was communicated by the Permanent Secretary of the Department of Chieftaincy Affairs, Mrs. Adama Maman, noted that the move was part of a broader restructuring of traditional institutions following the recent creation of new chiefdoms under Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri's administration. Traditionally considered the second highest ranking figure in the Adamawa Emirates after the Lamido, the Waziri Adamawa title now falls under new eligibility criteria, which stipulates that only indigents from Yola South, Yola North, Gire, Mayo, Belwa, Songo, and Zomo districts can hold Emirate Council positions or titles. Hence, he said Atiku, a native of Jada local government area, which is part of the Ganye chiefdom, was not qualified. And from Benue State comes the report that Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia has condemned the killing of 2 innocent Nigerians, indigents of Kano State, who were in transit at Agan settlement by suspected criminals. The governor, who described the act as barbaric and unacceptable, was emphatic in declaring that the perpetrators must be fished out and brought to justice with immediate effect. The Chief Press Secretary to the governor, Sir Taso Kula, disclosed that 5 of the criminals involved had been apprehended in Makurdi by the police command. The governor had earlier directed the Commissioner of Police and other relevant security operatives in the state to ensure that the criminals involved in the heinous crime were arrested. The governor extended his heartfelt condolences to his Kano State counterpart, His Excellency Alhaji Abba Kabir Yusuf, over the tragic and regrettable loss of two of his indigents. President Bola Tinubu has launched 2,000 tractors, implements, and equipment for mechanized farming in a bid to revolutionize the agriculture sector and achieve food sovereignty. The president, during the launch ceremony in Abuja, reaffirmed his administration's commitment to transforming Nigeria's agriculture sector by modernizing farming practices and ensuring national food security. The president lauded the contributions of international partners, especially the Republic of Belarus, which played a key role in procuring the equipment, transferring technology, and providing training support for Nigerians. President Tinubu commended the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security for its proactive leadership in rolling out the program and called for strict stakeholder accountability. He urged Nigerians to take ownership of the agricultural transformation drive and contribute actively to achieving food sovereignty. Ahead of the 2027 general elections, no fewer than 110 political associations have written the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) seeking registration as political parties. INEC Chairman Professor Mahmood Yakubu made the statement at the second regular consultative meeting with media executives in Abuja. Among the applications are the Movement of the People (MOP) being promoted by Seun, son of the late Afrobeat king Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Others included La Riba Multipurpose Cooperative Society, submitted by one Subaiba Bello Abdullahi with no acronym and logo. All Democratic Alliance (ADA) by Chief Akin Ricketts, Obedient People's Party by Baru Avotu Johnson, and many others. Professor Yakubu, who promised to follow the rules guiding the registration of new parties, said the commission will not favor one above the other or consider the status of the promoters. The National Working Committee (NWC) of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has officially affirmed Samuel Anyanwu as the party's national secretary, putting an end to months of internal wrangling and leadership uncertainty within the party. Speaking at a press conference, the PDP's acting national chairman, Umar Damagun, confirmed that Anyanwu will resume in his role, stating that the decision reflects the NWC's commitment to party unity and the rule of law. Samuel Anyanwu, a former senator representing Imo East, was elected national secretary during the PDP National Convention in 2021. However, his status became contentious in 2023 when he emerged as the party's gubernatorial candidate for the Imo State governorship election. And now, foreign news. The Kenyan government has ordered TV and radio stations in the country to immediately stop broadcasting protests, marking a year since massive anti-government demonstrations. The Communications Authority of Kenya, which said live coverage of the protests was in breach of constitutional rules, therefore directed all television and radio stations to stop any live coverage of the demonstrations forthwith. Protesters are marking a year since the peak of demonstrations over the economy that saw at least 60 people killed by security forces. The initially peaceful anniversary marches turned violent, with protesters engaged in running battles with police who flooded the streets with tear gas and sealed off government buildings with barbed wire. Meanwhile, a preliminary assessment by the United States Department of Defense has revealed that recent American airstrikes on Iran's nuclear sites did not eliminate the country's nuclear capabilities, but merely delayed progress by a few months. According to intelligence sources, Iran's enriched uranium reserves remain untouched, and only minimal damage was done to its centrifuges. The U.S. military targeted three key sites, Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan, using bunker buster bombs designed to penetrate deep underground. However, officials said the bulk of the destruction was limited to surface-level structures, while entrances to two of the facilities were sealed and some infrastructure was damaged. Most underground equipment reportedly escaped significant harm. A preliminary report has revealed that a faulty locking mechanism in the captain's seat led to the deadly Air India Boeing 787 crash that killed 270 people. The investigation found that the pilot's seat slid backwards during takeoff, causing the captain's hands to unintentionally pull the throttle levers to idle. The sudden loss of engine thrust just seconds after liftoff caused the plane to stall and crash into a nearby building housing medical workers. According to the report, the co-pilot's attempt to regain control was blocked by the captain's reclined position. Well, that's the much we can take on the news update on 24 News. Thank you very much for joining us, and do stay tuned as our broadcast of programs continues. Good day, and thank you for watching.